everyone, it's Jeanette with JB's Explore and More, and it's Friday night at the homestead. An exciting Friday evening. Now, 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would have been going out with friends, dancing 20 years ago, a night out on the town. But nowadays, Friday nights, I'm a little worn out after the work week, and I like to stay home. So I'm having a relaxing Friday evening. Tim's at a gig tonight, and I'm getting some house chores done. I'm actually getting ready for a big family gathering at my house tomorrow. I'm going to be showing some of my grandma's old slides on a projector out in my garage, and my family members are coming over to enjoy that. We have slides from the 60s and 70s, and I'm super excited about that. And I'm also doing some chores. I have a very busy weekend this weekend. We're going to have garage sale number 2 up at my mom's tomorrow morning. So I'm going around the house and looking for some more items for the sale. So far, here's something that I found, some napkins in my basement. I actually bought these at a garage sale, but I don't really need these. One's about drinking, since I don't really drink hardly at all. And these aren't really my style, so I'm going to resell these. Christmas ones are kind of cute though. More napkins. The reason why I'm always attracted to napkins at a garage sale for 25 or 50 cents is because paper towels are expensive. And if you can find some napkins to use instead, you save money. At least that's the way I look at it. So I'm going to go put these in a box by the front door for the sale tomorrow. So that will be ready to go. So I did get a new microphone, and let me know what you guys think of the sound. I went back and listened to some of my older videos and the sound was not very good. So I'm hoping this is an improvement for you all. One thing that I did not realize and was very embarrassed about and frustrated as well is that I didn't know or realize that every time I use this external mic, which is clipped to my shirt, if I turn it off on my phone to take a picture, it automatically goes back to the mic on the cell phone, but not this external mic. So every single time I have to go into settings and change the settings to the external mic. And sometimes I forget, like at a garage sale when I'm doing about 25 clips of videos. And if you forget to change that setting back, there is absolutely no audio at all. So I have to really remember that. I wish that there was a way that you could just put it on that setting and leave it there. So some exciting news. We got new basement windows. I want you all to check those out and let me know what you think. The windows that we had before were from the actually 1940s when the house was built, I believe 1944. So they were really hard for the contractor to get out of the cement walls. And we got the windows at Menards. So we had a savings there by just buying the windows at Menards. And then we just paid for the labor. So let me show you what they look like. The only downfall is they had to put some insulation around the windows, foam spray stuff, and they sanded that down, and it created a white fine powder that has covered everything in the basement. So now Tim and I are going to have to come down here and wipe everything down, and I mean everything. The coats that are down here will need to be rewashed. We have to wipe down our appliances, our shelves. We have to sweep the floor. I'm redoing laundry that was already done and hanging up to dry because it has all that powder all over it. We have to vacuum off our futon. I mean, it's going to take hours to get this basement back clean the way that it was, but I am very, very, very happy with the new windows. Here's what the new window looks like. You don't have anything to compare it to, but trust me when I say it's a lot better, much, much better. It's brighter down here. There were gaps with the old windows where you could see the daylight, and when Tim would mow the grass would actually come inside. I'll show you the other ones. This is the one that had the gap, and when he would mow, the grass would just pour in. And we also had a lot of crickets in our basement, and I think that's how they were getting in as well. So we do have curtains that we can hang out over these windows, but right now I'm kind of enjoying the light coming in. It's not so dark and depressing down here. This room, we got 3 new windows put in. So we got a total of 6 new windows put in. And here you can, I don't know if you can see this, the film that I'm talking about, the white, yeah. See where my finger is drawing through there? That is the dusty stuff that is coating everything. Kind of a nightmare. If I would have known that ahead of time, I would have covered everything up, or tried to cover some stuff up at least. So our basement is in a disarray, as you can see. You know, I am in the process of decluttering it and organizing it. It's not real bad, but it's going to take, you know, a few hours to clean this up because of this dust, which you can also see on this base. Should I write "wash me" on here? And you all might recognize this room from a previous video when I was cleaning out underneath the steps. And this is really all we have left now over here in this corner. I'm not sure why our laundry basket is over here. This goes over on the wash machine. But yeah, I got rid of a lot in this area, so I'm pretty happy with that. Open space. I still do have some things to get rid of. Some things down here in this box that need to go. For example, I was going to keep my mom's red bowling ball for nostalgia purposes, but I'm not going to keep it. I think we should just sell it at her sale. I need to dust it off because it was downstairs, but you know, it's vintage. It's from the 70s. It's her favorite color, but I don't need it. What would I do with it? I don't really bowl. So bye, bowling ball. In addition to going through the house looking for some garage sale items for tomorrow morning, I'm also doing some chores, exciting stuff here on a Friday night. Tim was getting frantic because he mowed the grass today, and he had a gig tonight, so he was worried about getting the dishes done, and I'm like, I can do them, no problem. He doesn't have to do everything all the time. We're a team. Doesn't bother me to help whatsoever. Actually, I don't mind doing dishes. I think it's kind of therapeutic. Putting your hands in the warm soapy water and rinsing dishes off. Do any of you watch Dawn the Minimal Mom? Do any of you watch Dawn the Minimal Mom? I really like watching her YouTube videos about decluttering and organizing. She's pretty great. I was watching one yesterday where she was in her mom's kitchen decluttering, and I really liked a lot of her ideas. One of the things that she said was keeping the refrigerator top cleared off and having nothing on the refrigerator. I totally get where she's coming from, and I do believe her that our brain does not like to see that clutter, according to science, just the way that our brains work. And unfortunately, since we do not have a pantry in our kitchen and limited cupboard space, we have to use the top of our refrigerator. I'm not saying that I like it, but I don't really see any other options. That's where we put all of our potato chips. I'll show you. So this is our fridge area. I have a few little decorations right here. And then I have a little erase board to write notes on with some markers and some magnets that I spray painted to match the kitchen colors. And then on the top, yes, it's a cluttered mess. That's where we keep all of our chips. Right now we have too many chips because Walmart had a sale, and these were only $1 a bag. It's their new brand, Better Goods, which I really like. Not sponsored, but I'm trying those out. This is my lunch bag for work. So yeah, I don't really like the stuff up there, but there it is. And over here, you know, my husband always leaves these oils and seasonings out when he's cooking. He never puts them away, even though we have a place right up here for the oils to go. But I guess it's because he uses them all of the time. But I'm going to go ahead and put those away. Actually, are these two the same thing? Oh, this one's brand new. I was going to say I could combine those two. It was funny because I was telling Tim about the Minimal Mom, and I sent him a link to her video to watch and asked him if he would just watch 6 minutes, and he did. He watched 8 minutes, and he said that he thought she was a little too intense. And I'm like, well, that's what she does for a living. And I told him I agree with a lot of what she says. Sorry for that loud slam there. And okay, what side is this on? You can tell I never use this cabinet. And it's funny because one of the things she was talking about was this utensil jar, just like we have. And it's got a lot of stuff in it. Like I was complaining about our old utensil jar, so I actually had to upgrade and get a bigger one because all the stuff wouldn't fit. And then she also cleaned out her parents' spices. And if you look up here, there are so many spices that, geez, if I need some cinnamon, how am I going to find it? There's, you know, it might be all the way in the back. I don't know. But I put this basket in here to try to keep it somewhat organized. What the Minimal Mom did was she got rid of all of the ones that were expired, and we even have more spices up here. So see, this one even fit because it's already full. I think the spices are a little out of control in our house. Granted, I know my husband likes to cook. Like, see, this is empty, so I don't know why he's saving that. Don't like that system whatsoever, but it doesn't really affect me, so I just shut the door and ignore it. Although in the back of my mind, I know it's there, so it does bother me a little bit. And then over here on the side of the refrigerator, I don't really like these hanging up here because I think it looks too cluttered, especially since we already have utensils right there. And I was asking Tim about the fact that they're hard plastic because one of my friends, or our friends, was telling us that she's been reading a lot of articles about how hard plastic, when it gets hot, is putting toxins in our bodies. So I don't know. Maybe we should switch to silicone. And Tim said that he's heard that same thing. So I don't know. I think it would just look better if these weren't hanging up here. Maybe we can fit them in this jar. Maybe not. I think we have, let's see, 1. Let's count the spatulas. 2, 3. I know we have another one somewhere. It must be in the drying rack. I think we have 4 spatulas. So I was asking Tim about these black plastic utensils, and he sent me a text message because we were talking over text, and he said, "Don't touch my utensils," which I thought was kind of funny. Look, they all fit. So potentially I could take this down. I think that looks better. Less cluttered. Does it look too bare? I don't know. It takes you a while to get used to something when you declutter the area because you're just not used to how it looks, I guess. I could even take these magnets off. We'll see what that looks like. What do you all like? Do you like a little bit of decor, or do you like it just to be totally white space? See, I was hiding this dent in our refrigerator. I guess it got dented when it got moved. That's why I had that magnet right there. So which do you like better? I'm sure it would look even better without the clutter on the top. But like I said, don't know where to put the chips. All I have is this area, top of the microwave and this little rack thing. And then I hung this on the door so we could even put more food supplies into it. And then a friend of mine hung the shelf up for me. So we put like beans and pasta and tea and crackers up there. We do have this cupboard for some things. We have a little bit of room, like right up here. But what happens is when I put stuff in a cupboard, I totally forget that it's there, out of sight, out of mind. And I just never think about it again. Never occurs to me to open this cupboard to look in here. So I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. Have it out in the open and it looks cluttered, but at least you know what you have, and then you're going to use it and not waste it, or put it in a cupboard and forget that it's there and never eat it. I guess I should actually declutter my chips. Let's see if there are any that are stale. I mean, we can't eat all these chips. Good Lord. See, I got caught in that trap of, oh, it's on sale, so you should buy it. I even forgot that I had these, so the animal crackers, they're probably stale by now. These are probably stale by now. Not sure, but I'm having that party tomorrow night, so maybe I'll set these out for people to munch on. Hopefully they're not stale. And all of the chip clips in here. Some empty bags. I'm going to throw these away. They feel grimy. I think we've stored peanuts in those for snacks. Some of these little chip clips are about worthless. I don't know. Especially these. I don't think these are really very good. If I'm going to have a chip clip, I want one of the big ones. It goes all the way across the bag. Okay. Obviously this basket's too small, but I like it a lot, but it's kind of too small for all of our chips. Maybe what I do is I put out the 2 unopened bags of chips tomorrow for my party. These 2 right here. That would be nicer. I'll have to see if Tim wants to keep these clips or not. I send him weird random text messages and with photos. Can I get rid of these? Do you need these? Etc. He probably thinks I'm crazy a little bit. This is what the fridge looks like without anything on top, which I like because that's the way it's meant to be. So you can access the cupboard behind it. Oh boy, I can see the crumbs or something on top of the fridge that needs dusted again. Yeah, the pretzels are still good. We just got a new Keurig because our other one broke, and we tried to clean it out and everything, and it just would not work any longer, which I had purchased it from a garage sale for $8, and we had it for a few years, so we really got our use out of it. So this is our new one, which is a lot skinnier, and I love that fact. It gives us way more counter space, and you don't even have to wait for it to heat up. You just open this and it automatically turns on. Put your cup under it, push the button, that's it. Of course, you have to fill the tank in the back with water. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this pot away. But yeah, it's super nice. I think it was about 80 bucks. And so now that we have this extra space on the counter, I'm thinking about getting like a little bin of some kind to put right here. like a long skinny bin that I can put all of our K-cups in. Right now I have those sitting on top of the microwave in this basket, and we have quite a few, but I actually need to kind of go through and weed this out because some of these that I bought them to sample and then I didn't like them. So yeah, lots of K-cups, and I think that would just look really cute to have something right here. So I'm gonna be on the lookout. I think a good place to look for bins like that would be the dollar stores. Oh, and look at this up here in this cabinet. This is ridiculous. All of these are like tumblers for drinks, water bottles, whatever. And I actually have two more that I can't even fit up here because it's so crowded. How many of these things do we really need? I mean, I know this is a fad right now, and it seems like we've gotten sucked into it. This is crazy. We need to downsize this for sure. And I'll show you the other two. These are my other two. For Halloween, have that one, and then just my rock and roll tumbler. Good gravy. Okay. I am going to declutter this. The problem is, let's see, my husband won't want me to get rid of most of his, so I know he wants to keep that one. I think he actually found this, and it's a Yeti, which is a really great brand. So we'll keep that. I don't know where this came from. I don't think I've ever seen this in my life. So if we have two black tumblers and one's a Yeti, and they're basically about the same size, that seems to be a no-brainer there, but I'll have to ask him about that. We got these as a wedding gift 10 years ago. So we have matching ones, but I don't use mine anymore. They definitely keep your drinks hot because I scalded my lip one time drinking out of them. So I'll get rid of at least one of those. I think Tim does still use this. It's got a nice little hook that you can carry it with your finger. These are not water bottles, they're shakers to make drinks, which we never do. We did about 10 years ago. We were drinking a lot of margaritas back then, or I should say I was. So it's one of those things you just stick in the back of a cabinet and forget about. This one is really cool. My aunt bought this for me from Starbucks, but it's not insulated. It just looks nice. This I bought from Walmart. I'm kind of questioning whether I really like cups with these big fat straws. They're hard to clean unless you get the right instrument for them, which I do have a set of brushes to clean straws. But the reason why I bought this cup is for when I make homemade smoothies, which is hardly ever. And then we got these when we went on a Rock Legends cruise. So we're not going to give these away because they have all the bands that played: Sammy Hagar, Bret Michaels, Rick Springfield, Collective Soul, and Matthew Curry, the band that my husband's in. So those are really cool. But these are more of a collectible rather than use them. So I might put these in the basement. I think that we can at least get rid of 1, 2, 3, and that's probably it. I'd say probably 3 of those, and maybe one of these. Why would you need a big one and a small one? Like, what's the small one for? Just a single drink, I guess. Hmm. The rest of these, this is the one that I take when I go for a walk with my friend Terry. Actually, I'm going to take this back to her house this weekend and leave it at her house. She lets me store my cup over there for when we go on walks and we take our coffee with us. And if I get rid of those other two, then I can fit these up here where they belong, which will be nice. And I'll ask Tim about the rest. It's kind of funny because I had these custom shelves made right here. Cost about 200 bucks to add these on to our existing cabinet. And I had it made to store wine because my husband would often buy wine. And he hasn't really bought wine much since I had the rack made, or the shelves made. So right now I've just got like her shot glasses and wine glasses up here. But I think there could be some kind of a better use for this space. I don't know what. These short little glasses don't take up very much space, but I just kind of tuck them back in the back, and then I would put wine bottles in front of them so they were hidden. It's a very narrow space. I don't know if I can get like a tall basket, and I don't know what to store there. I don't want to store food there because I think that would look junky. Although, like, if it's perfect for like cereal boxes, but we don't buy cereal. But it would be perfect for something like that. Now, what to do with all of this stuff here? That is the question. Okay, I'm looking up here because I know there's a little bit of space. This is my grandma's recipe box. Maybe I can put that somewhere else. And these are left over from when I had pneumonia, brand new. I don't really need them now. And I forgot that I had all these boxes of tea up here. Ooh, cinnamon apple. That will be good for this fall. So I'm going to leave that out on the counter. Ginger honey, lemon and ginger. I got these for my birthday in June. And now I have this space that I can put the wine glasses up here. It'd be better if they were in like a little bin or something. If I could get some kind of a little bin to put all of these in. Okay, I found this bin down in the basement. I just rinsed it out. It just had a few garage sale items in it, some markers, tape, and a plastic tablecloth. So I have another bin at my mom's for the garage sale that I'll just add those items to later and keep that contained into one instead of two. And if I have to get a bigger container for my garage sale items, I will. I'd actually like to have one with a lid for the garage sale items. I just grabbed a random plastic shoebox in the basement to store that stuff in, all my stickers and my calculator and my ink pens. So anytime I have a sale, I know exactly where they are and just go grab it right off the shelf and I'm good to go. So let's see if these wine glasses will fit in this, and then I'll put that up in the back of that cabinet there. We do not have fancy wine glasses by any means. We got these for free at the Heart of Illinois fair we went to. And these are fancy. These were my grandparents. And when they passed away, I took a set of these. I think we should have a drink on New Year's Eve out of those glasses. Start a tradition doing that. My Pink Floyd shot glass that my dad bought me. And since he's no longer with us, I keep that. He got it for me at a garage sale, I think, or at a flea market. Uh-oh. The only thing I don't have room for is this. It's like a thing that you pour wine through. So I think I'll put that in a kitchen drawer. I left my House of Blues shot glass up here for Halloween and it glows in the dark. So I thought that would be a nice decoration for Halloween. So I'll leave that out for now, but I think this stuff fits in here pretty good. So I'll try to put this up there with one hand while I'm taping and hopefully not drop it and break it. Oh, good, it fits. Perfect. And then we still have room in front to store some food items, because if they were pushed all the way in the back, I wouldn't see them anyway. So I could put my tea back up here, for example. I'm going to leave that apple tea out, like I said. So that looks good. Now, where are we going to put Grandma's recipes? Should I condense this and get rid of this adorable box? I know there's some extra cards in the back. Well, no, no, there are extra cards in the back. I don't need these. Blank index cards. Although, it might come in handy for writing signs on for the garage sale. So I'll add those with my garage sale stuff. But see, this is like that, and that box is that big. So I don't really need the box. It's just really cute, and it was Grandma's. You know how that goes. I'd actually like to do a future YouTube video of my friend Terry and me going through this box and perhaps making one of these baked goods during the autumn months. Oh, wait a minute. Will Grandma's box fit up on this shelf over here? Oh, wow, this is perfect. I didn't think that would fit. Okay. Well, you know, it's not ideal for the space once again, but I can push this back there and then put something in front, or I could even put this one up on top behind this. That's perfect. It fits perfectly. I'm so happy about that. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you tonight is my living room. If you watched my past video of when I woke up while I was lying in bed and I couldn't sleep, and I jumped up and I felt inspired and I came into the living room and started moving stuff around and trying to make it look bigger and declutter a few items here and there. So I wanted to show you what I've been doing in the living room lately. I've moved some more stuff around and done some minor things that I think make it look a lot better, and I want to get your opinion. Okay, so here's the living room overall. Okay, please don't judge me because I'm working on a slideshow for my family tomorrow night. We're going to sit out in my garage and I'm going to show the old slides that were my grandma's. I'm really excited about it. But, okay, if you all remember, this large black chair was over here in the corner right when you walked in the front door. But by taking it away from the front door, I think when you enter into the room now, and there's not an object right here, except for this box that's going to my mom's barn sale tomorrow. Normally there is no object sitting right there. So it makes the room look bigger, more spacious. There's not something blocking your path. So I like the chair in the corner, and I moved the lamp right behind it. The lamp used to be over in this corner. So I put this black tall stand in this corner, even though it's behind this end table. But I think that looks okay. And I tried it caddy corner and against the wall, and I liked it better caddy corner. This tall black stand used to be right over here in this spot. But actually, I kind of think this looks a little bare now. I'm just getting used to it still, put it that way. I did end up moving the TV trays back over here because they were just way too difficult to get out from behind the couch. It was hard to do that for me, so I put those back. In the future, I would like to get black TV trays instead. So this wall hanging, I think, fits really well with the stand below it. It's hanging right above it and it's pretty even. What else did I do? Oh, another major thing, I took the rug out of the room because I think by having the smaller rug instead of a large rug, that smaller rug divided the room into thirds, which also made the room look smaller because you had this area here, then you had the area here where the rug was, and then you had this area here with the couch. So by removing the rug, it just looks open and continuous on the floor. Of course, the coffee table does, divide the room a bit, but yes, it looks much more spacious. I'm really excited and happy with it. Normally, if I'm not working on a project, it's not this cluttered. So it looks a lot better. After I got done doing it, I got up the next day for work and I came out here and just stood and smiled. So I'm pretty happy with it. The only downside is I did move the TV from this corner, which it bothered me that the TV was over here because it was not symmetrical with the couch, not lined up with the couch. And I don't like the fact that it's in front of a window. But when you have a living room with two walls and they both have windows, you're very limited on what you can do. So for now, that's the solution. We did go to Best Buy and look at those frame TVs. I don't know if you've heard of these frame TVs, and I thought about getting one and just hanging it right here on the wall, but they're rather expensive. They're $1,000 because it's a newer thing. I'm sure over time they will come down in price. So let me know what you all think, but I'm pretty happy with it. Also, let me know if you like this style of video. It's just kind of a casual vlog style of video. I like to do them. I feel like I'm just talking to you all like you're my friends, and I hope you consider me your friend as well. I appreciate you all watching and tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And tomorrow I have to get up early to go to the big barn sale. Yay! Hopefully we get rid of a lot more stuff and we can declutter more at my mom's house. We have another project coming up. We're going to declutter her horse trailer and try to get that sold out of her driveway. She no longer uses it and she could use the money instead. We do have an upcoming vacation after all, so why not get some money and take it on our trip? Thanks again, everyone, for watching. Have a good night. I just saw something out my back door and I was like, what the heck is that? It's a black cat. It's digging around by my stump. I think it sees me. Interesting to see an all black cat right around Halloween. Well, not Halloween yet, but it's definitely on my mind. What is it doing? Did it catch something? I hope not. Yeah, it's running away. It saw me. Trying to scare it. I'm going to go out there. I hope there's not a rabbit or something. What are you doing out here, cat? Uh-oh. What's this? I'm afraid to look. What is it doing or chewing? Is there something down there? Oh, there's a hole. Is there a rabbit in there or something? Or maybe a chipmunk? Okay. It's the home to something because there's paper. So it looks like something has built a nest in there. What in the world would be in there? Interesting. I hope it's not a snake. You'll hear me scream for. Hopefully, whatever is in here, the cat didn't get it, or it's still in there tucked away safely. I'm hoping. Oh, the cicadas are loud tonight. Where did that cat come from? I've never seen it before. There it is. Stay out of my yard, you little brat. What are you trying to do? Huh? Huh? Talking to you. Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys a couple of things. Bear with me. After I do a video, then I'm like, oh, I should have said this or I should have said that. So this is my PS. This stand that our TV is sitting on is too big. I think I mentioned this before in a previous video. My brother-in-law gave it to us, and it's really nice, but we have about 6 inches, and it's all dusty. It's glass, so it really shows the dust. And we only have 2 components sitting on it now. So I'm wanting to get kind of like a buffet style table or entertainment center that's a little taller and is shorter depth wise, and then has maybe a couple of cabinet doors or drawers on the bottom. I think that would look a lot nicer. Plus, if it's not as wide, then it would give a little more space between the chair and the TV. So I've been looking on Marketplace trying to find something. And also, I still do have this piece of art, which I'm thinking about maybe putting above the chair on this white wall up here. Not sure how it will look. Might look good there. If not, I might just put it in storage for now. I really do like the colors. And then I've been kind of pondering whether this Van Gogh piece of art is too small for this wall above the couch. I've heard that you should go big with art. So I'm kind of thinking we need something bigger behind the couch. I think that piece of wall art is just a tad bit too small for that space. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments.